New at 10 tonight, we saw a wall of cars and it was over from there. That's what one driver had to say about that 71-car pileup in northwest Kansas during a windstorm. The Kansas Highway Patrol says it's the deadliest and largest crash in western Kansas in at least the last 15 years. As we wait to learn more about the investigation this week, a Colorado couple who survived the multiple collisions with their kids sits down to share their story with Cake's Abby Ray.
Yeah, Pilar, Skylar and Edward are happy to be back home safe with their 2 young children and their unborn baby after what they describe as a miserable experience that could have ended even worse.
When we originally hit, I remember hearing a bunch of screaming and moaning and yelling and stuff like that.
Edward and Skylar Chersavani and their young kids were involved in western Kansas's most deadly and largest car crash in more than a decade. They say wind and dust were major factors.
A huge gust of wind kicked up a bunch of dirt and sand to the point where I couldn't even see the hood of our car. Once that wind let up for a second, we saw a wall of cars and it was over for there. There was no slowing down.
The impact totaled their car, and less than a minute after they crashed, they say a semi barreled down the road, missing them by just a foot.
And that actually protected us because then all the cars were hitting into
the semi
instead of us. So our back of our car has no damage.
Edward says he jumped into action right after the accident, punching in another car window to try to help out others as they waited for the ambulances to arrive.
I pulled one guy out of this pickup truck. It was like halfway folded. I got him out of the car, and like I said, this is going to sound insane, but there was literally a crowbar laying right next to my feet in the grass after I punched that window open, and I picked that up, and I managed to break another window open.
Edward says it took 3 days to get all of the dirt off of him afterward. The Chersavanis say they're grateful they walked away from the crash with just some bruising and minor cuts.
The scariest part, though, besides our kids that are here, was on impact. Our baby stopped moving, so we didn't know if he was dead or alive.
Skylar is 32 weeks pregnant, and despite the crash, her baby remains healthy. She thanks the staff of Goodland Hospital, who were especially accommodating.
We actually wound up staying at the CEO of the hospital's house. So it's been amazing to see all different communities coming together to try to help us.
And the family does have a GoFundMe set up to help them purchase a brand new car and replace other necessities they lost in the pileup. You can find that on Cake.com. For now, in studio, Abby Ray, Cake News on your side.